So, as a reminder, let's see. Would anyone like to, for point of inspiration, give us the update or the recap from last week's session?
Yes, please.
Yes, please go ahead.
I can't. I just want to hear it because I don't know what happened last.
Yes, because you know, I could have sent you the recording actually.
You could.
Although I missed recording the first hour.
Mm.
So and we had some good role play. Emma, you volunteered.
Sure. Okay, so we, our other two, I guess one party member got sucked into the water portal mysteriously by a big long tentacle, so we're down a party member or two. We met Zagig, that was the golden dragonborn, and Joey, the Triton, who went back to the water plane. We had to figure out how to get all of the Rimlings and adult dragon parts back before they decayed or got stolen or eaten or whatever. And that's kind of difficult because there are a lot of things to carry and only so many of us. So what we ended up doing was splitting the party, not bad, but we left Aegeus behind. And then the rest of us, including Zagig and Cud, and even Clarissa helped a little bit, dragged everything back to the beach camp. We tossed it all on a boat, and we're leaving Clarissa and Zagig behind to guard the bodies. And currently what we're doing is, it's nighttime now. We've walked through the night, and we are going to go back to Aegeus, who has been harvesting the rest of the dragon parts to help him drag the rest of the bits back. And on the way, we gave our new lawful good dragonborn friend, we turned him vegan and gave him an existential crisis.
Yeah, exactly. Well done. And in fact, at one point he was even considering not eating plant matter either, which I'm not even sure what that would be called. Mineralist? Mineralist? Although that sounds like you just got it in for the rocks.
He did try to eat sand.
He did.
He gave it a go, and it wasn't to his liking.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah, well done. Excellent, Emma. Thank you.
I was actually going to ask the rest of the party. We found 2 diamonds, one bigger than the other. We found a potion with black liquid. And Aegeus had the dagger in a chest. And we all had 3 platinum medallions. Did anyone put that on our...
Sorry, there are 3 platinum medallions altogether. You don't all have 3 platinum. You don't each have 3. Just to be clear.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Not 3 each. Has anyone put that on our journal?
No, but I did put it in chat.
Right. I will take it from my notes and I'll put it in the journal.
Okay. And Emma, do you know where the journal is?
It's from the homepage, right?
It's from the journals, like wherever you find your character sheet. There's also a file that refers to the Hangry Birds journal, I think it is. And that's
under hand. No.
Handouts. Yeah, handouts. Yeah. That's right. Yep.
Oh, here it is. I find it. All right, cool.
Yes, excellent. Well done, Joe. Thank you. Yes, so you have been trudging through the hot, steamy, sticky, leech-ridden, insect-infested, smelly, moldy, squishy, sucky, muddy jungle. But thankfully, because it is an island, there are the occasional cool breezes. You only wonder to yourself, especially Joe, Cora, what it must be like if you had to trudge through this kind of jungle on the mainland, miles away from the nearest shore and cooling breeze. With minimal extra effort thanks to the presence of your nature-orientated friend, who previously used to wear metal armor but no longer does. Not to your taste either, Dallin. You roughly arrive back where you left Aegeus. He is on the ground, sleeping soundly. And you see gigantic piles of cut-up meats and organs.
Radiant starts to salivate a little bit. Just a little.
Is there anybody else around?
I'm trying to figure out what dice you would roll. I don't know. Do you want to roll something?
I don't know. Some sort of saving. I don't know. Constitution saving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say Constitution saving throw. That feels like a Constitution saving throw.
No, I have proficiency in that. 6.
You fail! You are overcome with an incredible, powerful urge to rush forward and dive Scrooge McDuck-like straight into the pile of meats. You recover 1 hit point.
Let's go! Wonderful. Oh, I'm at full already. Thank you. I have 2 health like modifiers right now. I had the -7 from Clarissa, but then a +5 from Cora.
Yeah, I was checking your sheet yesterday. I tried to figure out how you did, and then I realized what had happened. So yeah, it all looks good. 23 is your standard normal. So well done, you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Aegeus is asleep, and there's no sign of the actual dragons. Just lots of meats everywhere. The wormlings are still present. And the dead kobolds as well. They're all covered in insects and millipedes and other, small arthropods and scavengers. Nothing larger than, your typical large centipede or spider.
Well, shall we go wake up Sleeping Beauty?
I don't know about that, but I think we need to wake Aegeus.
I think that might have been who she was referring to.
Yeah, I know.
Oof, low blow. Low blow.
I thought he was a good looking dude.
Yeah, it's just the personality that
The inside
takes
Yeah.
him down.
Yeah, shame about those good looking guys with bad personalities, huh?
Oh, it's a shame.
I'll avoid them.
I have a feeling
All
he's
right.
active, so I'm just gonna throw a stone in his direction.
You're throwing a stone in his direction for what?
Just to wake him up. I feel like he might be a bit jumpy.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you throw a stone in his direction. Roll. Give me a 2-hit roll. You can roll strength or something, or dexterity, I guess. Roll dexterity.
Dexterity. Where'd it go? There it is.
Yeah. I mean, you don't hit him, so that's the important thing. Presumably, you did not want to hit him, right?
No.
Okay.
Just
So
five.
you throw it near him. It bounces off the ground and lands in the pile of offal meats. Aegeus does not stir.
Can I go to Aegeus and look him over to make sure he's okay?
Sure. Yeah. Let's have a medicine check or investigation if you prefer.
I'll do a medicine check.
Lee.
Ooh,
Excellent.
wow.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I'll have more rolls like that unless it's, somebody else's saving throw.
Yeah. So you notice that there's a little growth on his forehead that probably he should have checked out. You realize that he probably needs to take a little bit less salt in his diet. But he's also sleeping perfectly soundly. He doesn't seem injured. He just seems to be in an extremely heavy slumber.
It's the middle of the night, right? So that like kind of makes sense.
Well, so I think the point was you guys would need the full night to get there, kind of through the jungle at half speed, carrying as much stuff as you were, and then to get your way back. So it's actually getting close to the crack of dawn.
Oh, okay, cool.
Can I use, just to be an ass, mold earth under him and make it difficult terrain? So maybe some rocks keep poking in his back and a little bit.
Sure. So you want to use mold earth basically to wake him up?
Yeah.
So the princess and the pea.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's not our fault. It's just.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. In case he starts fireballing everybody just out of instinct. Yeah, that's a good point. So let's see. What would that be? I guess that would be a perception check on his part. It's a passive perception. But since you're okay, so why don't you roll a d20 for him? We'll put a modifier on that in my head.
Oh my god. Still nothing?
No, don't put that candle over there. It'll set fire to the books. That tickles. Don't do that.
Just wake him up if you're really that worried. Just like shove him.
I can be a real ass. I use mold
I can
earth
take my mage hand.
to move 5-foot cube of dirt.
I mean, you've certainly got the ability to just sort of upend him if that's what you'd like to do. I thought you were trying to be gentle about it.
I was at first, but
Okay.
I'm gonna dig a hole under him. A 5-foot cube hole under him. So if I'll...
Excellent. And he collapses into the hole, and suddenly he goes, "What was that? What's going on?"
We're back.
And he stands up with his head and eyes just barely above the level of the hole itself. And he looks at you and goes, "How did I end up in here?"
I have no
You're
idea.
short.
Yeah. You fell down.
I felt, but there wasn't a hole here before.
Maybe there was I don't know what digs.
Maybe
Badger.
there was a leaves
badger.
over it.
A badger?
Yeah, they dig holes, don't they?
I
don't
haven't
know.
seen a badger on this island.
No, but you've been sleeping. Never know. It's a jungle.
Roll
animals.
deception.
I don't know. Deception.
A badger?
Oh.
Not the least bit suspicious sounding at
No.
all.
Oh, he
dear.
believes me. There's no doubt. I'm telling the truth.
Wait, aren't you a druid now? You could be the badger.
No, I haven't seen a badger before, so sorry, not me.
Just read them in books.
Yeah, just heard of them.
Whatever. And he starts to climb out. And then he looks at the pile of meats and goes, What happened to the dragons?
I thought you did that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I filleted the meat and I dressed the carcasses, but I mean, look, the entire skeleton, the scales, they're all gone.
Did you need the skeleton and scales?
And why was I asleep?
Were you tired?
Well, I was, of course, but I was just going to stay awake all night and wait for you to return. And how did you even get in here? I set an alarm.
Well, that seems suspicious.
Well, that seems very suspicious.
Yeah.
Meridian can't see crap, but can she look into the surroundings? Anyways.
Sure. Roll perception with disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'm going to look into the dark because I can now see.
Yeah. You peer into the darkness as you start to make out a form, a very large fly lands on your snout. And you're suddenly distracted by it as it starts to crawl into your nose.
Cheers. What's the last thing you remember?
Well, I was flensing the second dragon, having completed most of the work on the first. I collected some of the more important organs in some jars, and I started to feel a bit sleepy. And then I woke up in this hole, supposedly dug by a badger, as he looks at Dallin.
Yeah.
Did you eat or drink anything not long before you felt that way?
No, I don't think so. I think I ate a good berry.
Are you missing anything other than the skeleton scales?
And he starts patting himself down and he's checking. Oh, no, I don't think so.
Still have the dagger,
Apparently whatever
right?
doesn't harm you.
Yeah. Maybe they just like the skeleton and scales.
Why would something want the skeleton and scales and leave all this meat?
You still have the dagger?
Are they useful?
So, several of you keep speaking at the same time, so I'm afraid I didn't. Henrietta, did you want to say something?
No, I just was wondering if he still had the dagger.
Oh, the dagger! And he jumps over to the chest and he says a couple of words and the lid pops open. Oh, it's still there.
Okay, good.
Thank goodness for that. That would have been a disaster. You know what that is?
Oh, you won't tell me.
Tell us.
Oh, did I not tell you about that? Oh, my bad. Well, we'd have to have it confirmed by some of the sages at the conclave, right, Professor Fizzle?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that this is one of the great relics of Cyric. This may be the actual weapon he used to kill Mystra.
Oh, wow.
That's the thing that Salerno was guarding, wasn't it? Some of the relics that he was guarding in the temple.
Who's this Salerno?
No one.
Roll deception!
No one you know. Deception again. Better.
Oh.
And he squints at you. There's definitely something fishy going on with you, and I don't mean wild shaping.
I think there's something fishier going on right now.
Yeah.
I agree.
Can you make some light, Meridian?
Yes, I can. And I will cast light on a pebble.
And just look for some tracks or something to see if there's anything on the ground.
Yeah.
Ooh, not bad.
Wow.
Nice.
Good roll.
Yes. Well, so this is an area that had combat, right? You dragged lots of bodies around all over the place. There's obviously, a mixture of detritus as well as viscera and whatever else. But clearly, in some of the muck around the large piles of organs and protein, you see what appear to be skeletal footprints.
Okay.
They look like humanoid footprints from the foot of a skeleton.
Should we follow him?
Should we?
I mean, how important are the skeleton and scales to you?
Oh, well, I mean, for spell components, to be honest, the organs are more valuable. And I did manage to get the acid glands out. And he takes a quick look inside his backpack and his bag of holding. They seem to be there. So they're probably the most valuable of the organs. I don't understand why somebody would want the skeletons for food, but they are good. Well, the scales definitely can be. That's a good question. The scales can definitely be used for, dragon scales historically have been used for the making of magical scale armor or special shields, and they would impart, of course, not only some additional durability because of dragon scales being tough on their own, but they would, of course, be resistant to whatever the breath weapon typically was for that dragon. So in this case, it should be some acid resistance. Although these were somewhat young dragons, so they might not be as useful as, say, something harvested from an ancient. The skeletons themselves, I would thought I might sell them for either trophies or maybe if they were ground up for some use in a potion or reagent, but it's more for those really rich, pretentious folks who like to pretend they killed the dragon and hang one up in their great hall or something. I'm sure you've come across those types.
Yeah, a couple.
Probably.
I mean, they're quite bulky. We can make money selling them, but I'm not sure that for in terms of value for weight, that they're the best return.
So then, probably best to drag these back.
What's that, Emma?
I was just asking Aegeus. So then, is it probably just best to drag these back instead of spending time to go hunt those down?
Well, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, the question is, if something came up in the middle of the night, managed to somehow knock me out, disable my alarm, maybe we shouldn't tangle with it.
Oh, quite. How about we get this stuff back to the beach?
It clearly wasn't talking. We'll just let them have it.
But what could they possibly want it for?
Does it matter?
Decor.
Well, what if it's something worse than that?
Like what?
I don't know. Didn't you say that this island was cursed?
It is.
Thought you didn't believe us.
Well, I didn't. But now, I mean, when the evidence changes, I change my mind. What do you do, ma'am?
Do you think the village would have any sort of use for those?
I don't know.
Village? What village is this again?
Just
No,
a
there's
fishing
people that
village.
inhabit this island.
Yeah.
You know,
Fishing village.
we had just happened to come across a fishing village.
Why would fishermen want this dragon bones?
Maybe they could use them for the mast. Who knows?
Or a hook.
And how would they end up disabling my alarm spell and knocking me out? Fishermen, you said?
It was a fishing village.
Just fishermen.
Mhm.
Everybody roll deception.
Well, it was. They were fishing.
They were fishermen.
Yeah.
They were fishermen. Well, you're clearly deceiving something. So we're going to do a group roll. Everybody's going to roll. We're going to take the average.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Oh!
Hell yeah,
Very
Emma.
nice. Very nice.
That's awesome.
Very nice. So that's 20, 30, 55 divided by 4. Yeah, so that's about 14, 13 and a half. So that's not bad. I still feel like you're holding out on me, but well, I suppose it could be worse. They did leave most of the good stuff. I seem to see 2 hearts, several lungs, 3 eyeballs. Oh, that's right. There was that one that was destroyed, wasn't it?
Yeah, it exploded.
All right. All right, let's start packing everything up then.
Did I just see one set of skeletal footprints or multiple?
You think that Dallin thinks it's probably one set
Okay.
of footprints, but it's not 100% certain because it might be one set that went back and forth many, many times, or it might be many sets that came once, or some mixture in between. But the footprints all seem approximately the same size.
Okay.
So it's not obvious. It definitely isn't the case that you have lots of different size footprints and things of that nature.
Yeah. I'm just gonna use for the first time, my mind link to Cora.
Like the rest of you are like, what the hell is this?
And she just hears in her mind that, do you think it's real? Real? That's been here? It's powerful enough. You can reply to this message.
Hit reply.
Hit reply.
Press 1 for reply. Yeah, Cora, according to this. So first of all, Cora has to get over the shock of suddenly having a voice in her head. How does Cora feel about this sudden invasion in her consciousness? You just hear this voice. Okay.
She starts looking around.
Yeah.
Wondering where the hell.
Dallin didn't identify herself, right? So suddenly it's just like a voice. It's real. It's
Well,
like you're
I think
looking up at
it's
the
my
sky.
voice.
I just start looking around and go, what?
I repeat.
You all right, Cora?
I repeat the message and I say, it's Stalin.
So can I send a reply back telepathically then?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go, Jesus, frighten the crap out of me. Warn me if you're gonna do that, would you? It could be real.
Yeah. He's powerful enough to do that. Disable
Definitely
the alarm.
powerful. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely powerful enough.
Then just leave it be. Just leave.
What does he want with the bones?
I don't
Could
know.
be something quite devious, knowing real.
Mm-hmm. Skeleton dragon.
Must be part of the ritual he wants to bring back.
Might be.
Hmm.
You can.
Do we interfere?
Yeah. Can we take?
Or
real?
do we just?
I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't particularly want to either.
No. Let's just don't say anything and just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just start helping packing. Packing up.
Maddie, would you roll perception for Aegeus?
I sure will.
Just see that Cora and Dallin is just staring at each other and nodding and.
The two of you having a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Aegeus is like looking at the two of you. Whatever. And then he goes back to sticking his foot into the viscera, trying to find the valuable bits and sticking them into a jar. I suppose you'll want to eat some of this. And he looks at Meridian.
Yes, please.
Well, just leave the liver and the heart. Those are the bits that Susna can do the most with. But anything else in there that you'd like, feel free.
Liver chips.
Meridian puts down the rimling she was grabbing and immediately just takes a big chunk of meat and digs in. She's hungry. Not even bothering to breathe cold breath on it first.
Very nice.
A little stale, but it's fine.
And as you turn the meats over, the smell that was somewhat removed because it'd been covered in a slight coating of dew and slime, and was a little bit stale, as you said, is released from underneath. A little bit of decomposition as well. It's been sort of, good 16 hours, 24 hours at this point. And you all notice the rippling of the surface of the pond next to you moments before sections of green, mossy piles start to suddenly raise themselves.
Okay.
And they just stand up. They're not really humanoid looking. They just seem to be mobile mounds that stand up 9, 10, 12 feet, tower over you, and start sloughing forward.
Oh gosh.
Roll initiative.
I guess if you want to, I guess so.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. All right.
Nice.
See. Cool. Let's have Aegeus and Cud from Faxi. Missing anybody?
Ooh, nice score.
Oh, I got a crit.
Yeah.
And my
First
guys.
time ever.
Nice.
And it's still a 19.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course it is.
How is your dexterity so low for a model? Don't you have to have good balance to walk the catwalk?
Yeah, that's why I'm not a model anymore.
Right. You fell down once at a show, and that was the end of your career.
Pretty much.
Okay, so who would like to roll for the green ones? Maddie, would you like to do the honors?
Sure.
Henrietta, would you like? Is Hrim Faxi going on your turn, Henrietta?
That's up to you. If you want.
Well, okay. Well, let's do that.
Yep.
I think Dowlin's going to be ahead of Meridian, so if you don't mind, Emma, I'm going to make yours 7 just to keep it.
Favorite number. I don't mind at all.
Okay, cool. Ooh, the green ones get a high number. Well done. Okay, and who wants to roll for Cud?
I'll do it.
Okay,
Yeah. Nice.
right. Cud actually is going to go ahead, and then Aegeus. Who wants to roll for Aegeus?
I will.
Okay, cool. What'd you get?
12.
Nice and average. Okay. Make it 13, just to keep it simple. All right. So Cora goes first, rather unusually, but first time for everything.
I know. I don't quite know what to do with myself because I'm first. Okay, I'm gonna move over towards the meat and stand in front of it, and I'm gonna turn and address these creatures rather than immediately go for the throat. I'm gonna ask them what they want and to leave us alone and to turn back before they regret it.
Yes. The diplomat. Well done. Okay. So that's persuasion, intimidation.
Didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
I think we'll go persuasion.
Okay.
17.
They do not stop doing what they're doing, and for as far as you can tell, you're not even 100% sure that they've registered.
Okay.
If you want to do like a 1 or 2 word comment to anybody else, you're certainly welcome to do so still within your turn.
No, I think I'm good.
Go for the eyes, boo! For those of you who
Protect
know
the meat.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Cud. What does Cud do? Does anybody have an opinion on what Cud should do?
I think you should charge them and try and knock one over.
Mm-hmm.
He's big enough.
Okay. Yeah, we can give that a go. Yeah. Emma, why don't you roll the attack for Cud?
Sure thing.
Was that an 8?
Yep.
Yeah, so he kind of runs at it, and he does make contact with it, but he just kind of gets stuck up against it. And Cud says, "Ugh, disgusting.
Make some good tea out of that.
Ugh, no." Let's see. What should they do? One. Okay. Joe will be attacked by one, and Cud will be attacked by the other. So, Maddie, would you like to roll 2 attacks on character? On Cora's character, Joe's character, Cora. I'm a little tired. And then, Emma, you can roll 2 on Cud. All right. Oh.
These crits.
Oh. Wow.
Always when someone else is that one.
Yeah. So this one, Cud is, he looks like he's about to get swallowed, but he manages to wrest free because he's so big. But he takes a ton of damage, and he staggers back. He does look bloodied.
Wow. Already.
Yeah, already.
Oh.
And Cora will get hit with. What's your armor class now?
19.
Yeah. So Cora's going to get hit, and Cora's going to take 13 points of damage.
Oh my.
Okay. Satina.
Yes. Would you say that these guys are within 5 feet of each other?
I would not.
You would not? Okay.
Yeah.
Just
so
to
5.
make sure.
Yes. I mean, 5 feet is. Some people play. So just to be clear about this, some people do say that you can, like, if you've got a spell that would touch one square, it can touch all. As long as it touches one edge of a square, it'll cover the whole square. I kind of feel like that's. At some point you're just taking one 5-foot square and making it into like a 15-foot cube, and it's slightly aggressive, I think. So,
Okay. I got you. So if they're like directly next to each other, then they're within 5 feet?
basically, yeah.
Word. Okay.
Word.
I am going to firebolt the one that is attacking Cora.
Okay.
I clicked it. There we go. 16 to hit.
Yes, you hit. And as the firebolt lands, you see that it hits, it splashes, a bit of steam comes off, a few leaves go flying. You feel as if it doesn't sound like you hit something that was crisp and burning. Kind of sounded a bit squelchy,
Ew.
if you know what I mean.
A little bit, and I'm gonna take my movement to move back.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay ranged for this one.
Yeah, that sounds good. Aegeus says, "Oh God, what are those?" He is going to move back here. Hang on. What's the distance? For those of you who don't know, it looks like Roll20 changed a bit again in terms of the setup. So some of the icons look different, like the ruler. He's not going to do anything this turn. He's going to take his dash action and line up. I'll get him with the lightning bolt next round.
Round? What's a round?
I'll get him with the lightning bolt next time. Hrimfaxi. And Dallin. Actually, you can go either way. You can go whoever wants to go first.
I'm gonna let's see, within 5 feet. Okay, I'm gonna use my flaming sphere. Let's see if I can find it on. Jesus, there. I'm gonna use my flaming sphere and put it right here.
Between the two of them, basically.
Yeah. And then they both have to make a dexterity saving throw or take 6 fire damage.
So it's a 5-foot diameter sphere, so you'd be able to get one of them.
Yeah, but it's within 5 feet of the sphere, isn't it?
Okay. Yep.
Let me read it again.
No, you're right.
And within.
Yep.
Ends.
No, you're right.
Okay,
You're right.
Yeah. But it's when it ends its turn, so I guess it's not before the next time they.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you need a token? You can use one of the. There is a flaming sphere token.
Okay.
But I can drag it out for you. I'll do it for you.
Okay. Ah, I found it.
Oh.
There. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And Hrimfaxi is going to, let's see, try not to be in the lightning bolt. Let's hope that Aegeus can.
He's going to be pissed. He'll do it if you order him, but he won't like it because he understands too.
Right. So if Aegeus. I don't know the spell right, but I'm gonna take a chance and make him just move there and hit 2 times with his hoofs. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, 24 is going to hit. Again, you feel like the fire doesn't do as much as you probably would have expected. But it does make a big, messy, pulpy, take a big, messy, pulpy chunk out of it.
Good. And that's us.
Okay. So you attack, did you attack once or twice? Does he attack once or twice?
He only has 1 attack, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, only 1 attack.
Okay, cool. Well done. Meridian Glacier.
Can I have seen that the fire isn't doing a whole lot?
Yeah, you can probably tell that there's something going on there.
Okay. So then instead what I will do against this one right here, I'm going to send out a Ray of Frost, and if it hits, reduces movement by 10 feet.
Excellent. Every little bit helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 15 does hit, sorry. It hits, and you think it's going to do some damage, and then it just kind of... Psst.
Okay.
It may just be because it was such a it wasn't one of your best shots. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
All right, Cora, you are up.
Okay. I am going to touch the one next to me and inflict wounds. And I'm going to do it at level 3.
Whatever happened to the good old mace, honestly?
22 to hit.
Now you're just showing off.
20 damage.
God, jeez. So that is necrotic, or should
yes,
be
it is.
necrotic. Yep. Okay. Yeah. A large portion just withers and falls to the ground, but it still looks pretty bulky and relatively healthy.
Ooh. That's not
Okay,
bad.
this is going to be a mother.
Uh-huh.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm going to move out of the way and take,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
going to take the attack of opportunity.
Yep. Henrietta, would you like to roll that?
I can do.
Oh. You two are in cahoots.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're telepathically linked.
Yeah.
That's right. All
I'm
right.
going to move over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Those long runway legs.
Absolutely. How come I've only got 30 feet? I'm sure they would extend my distance.
Well, technically, I think they walk
like
30 feet in a straight
25.
line, but they actually cover like 40 feet with all the swaying and sashaying.
I like it.
The greens will go. Yes. So, interestingly, since Cora moved out of the range, this one's going to go up to the next available creature. How you doing, Emma? Cool. Maddie, would you like to roll too?
Sure.
And what is Meridian's armor class?
My armor class is a whopping 14.
Oh.
Wow. You're going to be down.
Uh-oh.
Here, dude.
swallowed you.
So you take 26 points from 2 slams, and you are engulfed, blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe. Plus, you're, of course, if you're unconscious, you're also unconscious.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
The rest of you just see Meridian just disappear as this thing sort of leans over, pummels her twice with these 2 appendages, and then just jello mold collapses like a bad flan. And then Meridian's just gone inside this pile of goo.
Giving face to black. Question. Does aid disappear on me now that I'm unconscious?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, when you
I'm at
Yeah.
0 anyways, but
A doesn't disappear, but you... Yeah. Okay, cool. So the second one, I guess Hermfaxy actually did a lot of damage, so maybe the second one should go after Hermfaxy. Although it does also feel the heat of this flaming sphere. Let's see if it's smart enough. Why don't you roll... I think an intelligence check by our resident wizard might make sense.
Okay.
Maddie? See if it's smart enough to figure out it needs to move away.
Ooh,
And it says,
that's a crit.
"Ooh, that is definitely very, very hot." No, he doesn't say that. But he does move away and will, of course, generate an opportunity attack from Cud. So, Joe, you can roll that attack if you'd like.
Good. Get him.
12.
12. I can hear somebody having a conversation. 12 plus. Yeah, so that'll hit. Hud will slash at it with the great axe, carving out a large chunk as well, but it still looks pretty healthy. And as he moves over to Hrimfaxi, well, maybe he'll go after Aegeus, actually. Since Aegeus is a tasty small... then he won't get another one from Hrimfaxi. So he'll attack Hrimfaxi. Let's see. Henrietta, how do you feel about rolling the attacks on Hrimfaxi?
I can do it. We're probably both gonna hit. That's a lousy, yeah.
Oh,
That's a lousy armor class.
Jeez.
Wow. Okay, so Hrimfaxi is going to take a total of 26 points as well.
6. Okay.
But he avoids becoming engulfed because he's so big.
Okay.
And it'll be Satina's turn.
Yes. Upon seeing that this thing is rapidly approaching, she's going to dip her movement.
Just have a 10-foot movement debuff, by the way.
Huh?
Oh, right. Yes. Thank you.
You're
Did I move too far?
No, just
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for reminding me.
No problem.
Well, actually, hang on. So he started here, 10 feet movement debuff, 5, 10. So actually, that's as far as he can go.
It's still closer than
Yeah.
she would prefer.
Yep.
And I'm going to hurl an acid splash at the one that currently engulfed Meridian.
Right. Let's hope that Meridian gets full cover.
It is a DC 14.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll the save.
Sure. Please be bad. 12?
Yeah, and the acid hits it and it splashes all over it. Well done. And you can see that it's burning sections of the vegetative exterior away.
Okay. I don't think there's anything else I can do, so that'll be it.
Okay.
I think you should sing every one of your turns.
All right. Aegeus goes, 1, 2, 3, 4. He literally says that out loud. 5.
I can only move 5 squares.
6. I can just about do it. All right. And he says, hope you've got cover in there. Technically, I don't think you do get cover. That's the problem. But he will shoot it such that you don't get hit.
Yay.
Surely she can't be any deader than dead.
Well, you could be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Permanent dead.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yes, save two.
Yeah. So he's going to shoot a lightning bolt. I'm going to roll this secretly so that y'all don't see it.
Oh man, lightning bolt's pretty obvious. Sorry.
Okay. And as he does, you all stare in dismay as you see the 2 green piles look like they get healthier.
Oh no.
No.
And they stand taller than they did before.
Cheers.
Let's not do that again.
No.
They look invigorated. And Aegeus goes, that was not supposed to happen.
Oh shit.
Rimfaxi.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna try again. Do some more
Okay.
damage. On the one in front of him. 15.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, and you hit it, and it takes some damage again. It almost kind of looks at Hermfaxi like, make up your mind.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I'm gonna on this one. I'm gonna create a bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
Under it. This is create bonfire.
So just to be clear, is this is still there, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna move it next. You're gonna move it at the end of your turn.
I can move it on the end of my turn as a bonus action.
Right.
Yeah. Or I could just leave it be. So 4 points of fire. And I'm gonna I can see Meridian inside. Right? Inside.
Yeah, she's kind of you see like Meridian's tail sticking out through the back.
Yeah.
It's got to be some form of torture.
So
You know.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word at 2nd level for Meridian. That's 9.
Excellent. And Meridian, you are awake again, and suddenly you are inside this gigantic. You're basically inside a vertical container of pea soup.
Oh gosh.
And that's me.
Okay, cool. Well done. So Meridian, you are you're obviously engulfed. You need to make a Constitution saving throw at the start of the mound's turn, which I guess you didn't do at the last. Oh, you did do. Okay, so you didn't have to do it. You'll have to do it at the start of the mound's turn. In the meantime, you can always try to break free because you're grappled. So that is a strength check for you, contested against the strength of the creature.
Oh goodness, I'm so weak. Her.
You'll be fine. And of course, somebody can always give you the help action. They can also give you inspiration. You can use your own inspiration, but you have to declare it before you roll.
Yeah.
Please.
You want inspiration?
I have inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll use inspiration and try and get myself out.
Good use.
I've been holding on to that since like the second session I joined.
You keep getting inspiration and not using it, so you may as well.
Yeah.
Maddie, would you like to roll opposing?
Sure.
Oof.
Oh, sorry, dude.
You get sucked in further, and the rest of you see the tail just disappear.
You hear muffled screaming. Oh my god.
Yeah, Cora.
Okay. I am going to aim for the one that has engulfed Meridian and told the dead, this mother so-and-so.
Okay. He's currently not injured, so did you use the...
Okay. Sorry,
Yep.
I didn't realize that.
No worries. He was injured, and he's completely healed now.
Oh, great. One of them.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. He's now injured.
Okay. Not for long. And then it's my bonus action. I just need to check.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
I
Sorry.
am going to cast Spiritual Weapon
Mm.
at level 3.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Yeah.
12. And I need to go get the little.
Force
I forgot
damage.
my bonus action. It's okay.
You have a bonus action?
I do. It's okay.
Misty? Is it Misty Step?
Yes, I will.
Rats.
Yeah. It's okay.
That's a shame. Okay.
Here.
Right.
And then I'm going to use my movement. Just go back a bit. Not go too far away, but a little bit of distance. I'll go say hi to Satina. You alright, dude?
You know.
Yeah. These green things are a bit bitchy, aren't they?
They really are.
So rude.
Honestly.
To be my favorite color.
You're engulfed in your favourite colour.
Cud runs up to Meridian and says, "No!" And he tries to pull Meridian out. Emma, you can roll for Cud to try to pull you out. Joe, why don't you roll for the green thing?
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, Cut is strong.
I knew I should have done that instead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cud is strong, but unfortunately, so is the other thing. So
Bugger.
it is close. What's the D4 for?
That was me saying I should have rolled that instead. Then she'd have definitely won.
Oh, I see.
Oopsies, wrong die.
Right.
Can we still take it though?
What?
Just a joke.
Okay. So it'll be the start of their turns.
So now I have to make a Constitution save, right?
Yeah. As you get digested,
Oh.
you get crunched up, turned around into a ball. You feel your bones cracking underneath the pressure as this thing just turns into sort of the plant version of sinews digesting you. And you take another 13 points of bludgeoning damage,
Oh.
which I think is going to put you down again, isn't it? So, right. And actually, they're going to still get their action. Okay. So this thing is also going to attack Cud. So, Emma, why don't you roll 2 attacks on Cud? Cud is injured.
Better.
Okay. Yep. They kind of swing and miss. And then, Dallin, would you like to roll 2 attacks on Firmfaxi?
Yes.
Poor old Dallin's got to roll for infection.
Another 26 points for Firmfaxi.
Oh.
no.
Jesus.
How many hit points does Firmfaxi have?
A lot. Well, not anymore, but he had a lot.
He did have.
He's bloodied.
Quickly dwindling. He's more than bloody, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because he's already taken 39 plus 26. That's 50.
Not 39.
Is he not? Is he?
He
took.
He took 26 on the first, and 26 now.
No, he had a crit on the first one. There was a hit and a crit.
Ah, so
wasn't it?
13
It's
more.
actually not. It's not 39. It's 35.
Okay. So
35 plus 26, so 50, 61.
61.
Pretty close.
It is pretty close.
Okay, Satina.
Yes. So I am going to, as a free item interaction, I'm going to pull out my quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Just so I have it. And then I'm going to use True Strike on the green guy. Let me get a brief insight into the defenses.
So you're basically going to use up one action to gain yourself advantage on your following attack.
It gives me insight into the defenses, so
Yeah.
I would get in. Yeah, I would get advantage, but I'd also get some insight.
Well, that's color, really. It's so mechanically what you do is you get advantage on essentially your next attack roll.
That's it?
It's not really a great spell, to be honest with you. In my opinion, it's not a great spell.
Yeah, no, I thought it would give me a little bit of knowledge. Can I change my can I change my action?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
And you can also change that spell out next time.
Thank you. All right.
It is useful if you are playing like an arcane trickster rogue and you want to get that, sort of advantage to get the sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not really, it's normally you would say in a standard game because you can roll a crit twice potentially. And otherwise it's basically the same as just waiting. You can roll 2 attack rolls, potentially hit on both.
Right.
And maybe even crit on both. So what would you like to do?
I'm going to move up 5 feet, and I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Post it in the chat.
I shall... Oh, I need to fix that.
That's great.
Show it.
Okay, so limitation is intelligence score of 4 or less. Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead and roll a save.
Okie dokie. Oh, sorry, I gotta get my character sheet out of the way. That's a 7?
Yeah, so now, traditionally, if you're going to cast a spell, you'd better have a joke ready.
Oh gosh, I'm not funny.
You got this, you got this.
Funny looking.
All right.
No pressure.
You're doing the chicken dance?
Yeah, I'll do the chicken dance.
Which one was it that you were casting it on?
Oh, the one that has Meridian.
And he falls down laughing, even though he doesn't make any laughing noises.
And then I'm going to move back.
He just starts flapping his appendages in sympathy with your chicken dance, making the block block sound.
Nice.
Okay, well done.
And then I have a bonus action that I wanted to use. Yep, there it is. Okay, I'm going to use one of the Helm charges for Searing Smite.
Wow.
As my bonus action.
So you have to use a melee weapon attack.
Yep.
Which means you're going to have to get closer.
Sorry. Okay, so that's 5 feet. 1, 2, 3.
The wizard that wants to be a barbarian.
I'm doing my best.
You are.
I'll move here.
Awesome. Okay. So basically, the next time when you connect with it, we'll just have this. You'll roll this as well as your attack roll. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Anything else for you?
No, that is it.
Well done, Miss Chicken Dance.
Thank you.
Aegeus says, maybe I just need to upcast my lightning bolt.
Oh gosh.
That's not a good idea.
No, all right, fine, I won't do it. And he'll also cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Now the DM's got to tell a joke. Where's my list of jokes?
Jokes? That's cheating. Needs to be off the noggin.
No, these are ones that I prepared for this particular spell because I do cast it often. You should do that. Well, the one I made up on the spot, the first time I cast it, and somebody told me this rule that I didn't know about either. I said, "Your mama's so fat she lives on 2 planes of existence." Which
never go wrong with the your mama joke.
Well, apparently these days fat jokes are not acceptable.
Yeah.
But Maddie, why don't you roll it for us again? He's got a slightly higher DC. Okay. Ooh, and this one also falls down.
Nice.
Hey, look at that! All right, Hermfaxi.
Yes.
So these are both. They're both prone and temporarily incapacitated. But if you read the spell description that was posted, an attack will potentially shake them out of it.
So he doesn't get the attack of opportunity if he moves away, right?
Yes, if Hrimfaxi moves away, there's no opportunity attack because they're incapacitated. They can't take reactions.
Since Meridian is unconscious, is she a willing creature?
No.
God damn it.
And it's a funny thing. It doesn't actually say that being incapacitated means that something like this would stop. But you could probably, I'd easily say you have advantage on it if you were trying to pull it out.
I was thinking of using Eternal Stride on Meridian to take her to another plane and take her back again the next round somewhere else on the battlefield. But if she's not willing,
that's a good question. That's a good question. What is the definition of a willing creature? I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be, but
well, she can't decide if she wants to come or not because she's unconscious. So,
I mean, in real life.
Please. Yeah, an unconscious creature can't be willing. Oh. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay. Can Hrimfaxi try to grab a hold of her with his mouth and try to drag her out?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
For my tail.
That poor tail is getting so much abuse.
Yeah.
Strength check, right? 17.
Emma, why don't you roll the opposing? No one to blame but yourself.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, yeah. So Meridian just slides out like a newborn.
And he can drag her away as well, right? As a movement?
Yeah.
Half movement or something? He has, let's see, 60 feet of movement speed. So, and he moved about 10, 15?
Sure, yeah. So 60 feet is flying, so you're flying now.
No, he's 90 feet of flying, 60 feet.
Okay.
Natural, yeah.
Cool.
So let's just, drag her back to me.
All right.
Right. And that's his turn.
Meridian's just like covered in green stuff and, of course, picking up lots of pebbles and twigs and dirt and moss as she's being dragged.
My new race is Slug.
Yeah.
Well done.
Okay.
And is there anything for Dallin?
Yes. Let's see. I don't have a lot of spells left, but a new healing word on Meridian. This time at level 3.
Wow.
That wasn't the best roll, but there's something.
Well done. No, that's good. I'm gonna. Well done. Yep.
As my bonus action, I'm gonna use my sphere to hit. Let's see. Which one? Let's see. Cut is blooded, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cud is. Yeah, he's pretty rough.
Yeah, I'm just. God damn it! Which one? And I can see. No, they are not bloodied.
Did I get confused? Cud was the one who got hit with the crit, and Faxi wasn't.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah. So Faxi has another 7 points.
Okay.
9 points. Another 9 points of hit point.
Okay. 16.
Apologize.
Oh, no, that's no problem. I just need to figure out which one to hit. Okay. At least do that. And he's gonna ram the one in front of Cud. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And a save. Oh, god damn it. But it still takes half.
Very good. So, yep, it does burn a little bit. Not a lot, but it's definitely like, I think a twig turned brown.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
That's me.
Okay. Meridian laying on the ground, tail in Faxi's mouth.
Everything.
Moss and dirt in your mouth.
If Zagic became a vegan, I've become a carnivore. Payback. Okay, I will use half my movement to stand up very shakily, and I'll shift 5 feet this way. Actually, you know what? No. This way. And I am going to use a twinned spell, Chaos Bolt, for both of them. So, first one will be towards this guy, and the second one will be the other.
Okay.
16 to hit on this guy, 7 to hit on the other one.
Yeah, so the 16 will hit. The 7 will not. So you're going to do a total of 8.
So then I will do either acid or cold. I will do 8 points of cold damage to this one.
Okay. This one.
Yes, and then I will use the rest of my movement to back up into these bushes around him factory. And that'll be my turn.
You crawl in between Faxi's legs.
Yep.
Cora, what would you like to do?
Okay, from my...
It looks like, by the way, it looks like the cold may not have done a ton of damage.
Okay. Was that or acid?
Yep.
So from my vantage point, how blooded is Cud, Rimfaxi, and Meridian in terms of, who needs it the most, kind of thing? If I were to look at them, who looks the most blooded?
They're all bloodied. Is about as I think at this stage is all we can. Is Meridian bloodied now?
Very.
Okay. Yeah, so they're all bloodied.
Okay. So I am going to cast.
And for the record, I think they're all pretty seriously bloodied anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my Channel Divinity, which gives me 40 hit points to play with. And I'm going to give 15 to Cud, 15 to Rimfaxi, and 10 to Meridian.
Wow. Nice.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
No worries. And with my bonus action, I am going to use my spiritual weapon on the one that did have Iridian.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
19 to hit for 11.
Uh-huh. Do you want to roll with advantage?
Do I need to?
In case you crit.
No, okay.
Okay, so it'll be 11 points of force damage. Well done.
It's 11 either way, isn't it?
Yeah. There you go. So every time you hit, Maddie, would you mind just posting the spell again, please?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it's a wisdom saving throw every time they take damage, and they've both taken damage now, so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Did I click on it? I don't know. I think so. Yep, I did. My bad. Yeah, it's a wisdom save.
Okay, so why don't you roll one, and Henrietta, would you roll one?
Did they take damage?
Yeah, they both took damage.
Okay, then they get advantage on the saving throw.
Ah, excellent. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
All right. So this one is definitely awake and will stand up next turn.
Am I
And
rolling the other one? Sorry.
Yeah, you're rolling the one. Please.
Sorry, which one's awake?
The one next to Cud.
All right.
It wakes up from your spiritual weapon. And this one is not going to wake up. Okay. So this one's asleep still. This one seems to be awake, but is still prone for the moment. Cud's turn. Cud looks at the party and says, "What should I do?"
Hit it!
Weed whacker! And he pulls out the battle axe and he starts chopping at the green stuff. Emma, roll. One attack, please.
Wow.
Jeez Louise.
And he swings wide and actually spins in 360-degree circle.
It was a ballerina.
I was going to say, Cud doing a pirouette. What a sight.
I meant to do that.
Of course you did.
We know, Cud.
So this one's going to stand up on its turn. Let's see. Okay. We can roll for Emma. Why don't you roll for the save for this one as well? We'll just say that he is doing it at the end of his turn. Was that an 8?
8.
All right. So he stays down. And Henrietta, would you like to roll 2 attacks on Cud?
Not really. I don't really. Oh.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, so you do hit Cud once. Cud does get hit once. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. I mean, it does.
Backwards kick.
Satina.
Okay. Yep. So I am going to do something I'll probably regret, but it'll be fine.
I love how everybody else is like really far back and the wizard is in the front.
Yeah. It's the only way to use the spell.
Well, I understand how the spell works. I don't understand why you're choosing to use it.
I don't know, because it's fun, I guess.
Because you want to. Go for it. Do what makes you happy.
All right, so that was a 4 to hit.
Goodness.
-1.
Cud just looks at you and says, "Maybe you should stand in the back."
Probably right.
And he gently puts his hand on your forehead and pushes you back behind him.
Does that count towards my movement?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, where am I going? Am I going back here?
Sure.
Nice. Okay. Thank you, Cud. Good looking out.
All right, Aegeus. Can I lightning bolt now?
Oh,
No!
Jesus.
Damn it! What spells have I got? And he starts flipping through his spell book. I know. And he looks at all of you and he says, now, I hope you don't mind.
Fireball by any chance?
This,
was that hypnotism?
this could go very badly.
Oh,
Gosh, what is this?
And he arcs his head backwards. He starts speaking in what those of you who speak Abyssal recognize as some sort of entreaty. And
no.
Oh.
Oh,
a gate opens and this creature steps through. At the same time, in doing so, he loses control of his other spell, and the mound that was laying down suddenly seems to regather its wits. Who wants to roll the charisma check?
Not me.
I will. I'll take the blame.
Go for it, Joe.
And suddenly there were 3.
Okay, so what should Aegeus order the demon to do?
Set fire to the thing in front of it.
It reaches out. Go ahead and roll a d20, Joe, and Maddie, you can roll opposing.
okay.
So that's 16 versus 13.
Mhm.
He grabs this creature and takes off into the air. And they fly straight up. And he continues flying. Hrimfaxi, what do you want to do?
He's gonna
Up to a point.
Up to a point. Fly over here and hoof the plant creature.
Okay.
15.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Good.
14 plus some fire damage. Again, the fire damage doesn't seem to do as much as you would have thought, but
Yeah.
it does do something. So, yeah.
God damn it.
Well done. Looch, looch. I thought you had a spell that killed plants.
Light?
Well, does
You
it?
also you use something called wither and bloom. Doesn't that affect plants?
Does it?
You're right, Emma. Blight does do it, but I don't think she has blight. Blight's
No.
quite a high level spell.
Non-magical. They're alive. Well, I can try.
Yeah, I mean they're technically not magical. I don't think they're just animated.
Okay. Demon, come back with the other one. God damn it. I only have
What's
one.
that?
Demon, come back with the other one. God damn it. I only have one.
What do you want to post it in the chat? Is it 30-foot radius?
I think so. No, 10 foot.
Oh.
Radius, yeah.
Hmm.
And
10-foot radius, though.
yeah. This is my last.
Yeah, but this one's already 20. This one's already 30 feet in the air. So
Yeah. But do I have to cast it on the ground?
I don't know. Let me see. Area of your choice in that area. That just says on a point within range.
Okay. So if I... No, because it's 10 down and 10 up, that's only 20. God damn it. I guess I'm gonna... I used all my spells on the healing thing. Yeah. I'm gonna cast it right here. And I'm also gonna yell to Cud that he can... I'm just gonna say, heal! Not...
Okay.
Well, that sounds like come here and heal. But, let's see.
he looks a little bit
Heal.
put out.
Yeah.
Slightly insulted.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll the save.
Let's see. 5.
Yeah, big chunks of it fall out. And it looks, well, not bloodied per se, but you get the idea.
Okay.
You can see holes peeking through it.
Okay, so it didn't kill it outright as a magical, non-magical vegetation in that area withers.
Yeah, I mean, I read that as non-magical vegetation, meaning not animated.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
Yeah, but it'll still do damage.
Yeah.
Unlike some of the other things that may be not doing as much damage.
True. And I'm gonna use my flaming sphere to hit the guy again. As bonus action.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead and ram him.
5.
Yeah. Dex save.
Oh yeah. Got them. But.
Right. Wow. Yeah. He's getting the necrotic. He's getting the fire. You know, the dragon meats are on fire and they're rotting, and it smells just so
Putrid.
rich. Let's just say. It's such a complicated nose, as my friend who's a wine master might say. Meridian. Well done, Dallin.
Yeah. So, same thing. I'm going to send one up towards Flyboy, or the one being carried, and then the other one to him. So the first one... Actually, no, we'll put the first one towards this guy.
Uh-huh.
And then the other one towards the other. So twin spell.
Okay.
And then... Okay, so first one towards this guy.
Okay, yeah, the 18 will hit the one in the air.
Nice.
And then 16 for the other. So, for the one in the air, it will do 14 points of, let's go, psychic damage.
Oh, yeah.
The one on the ground will have 11 points of, let's do thunder damage.
Okay. Very good.
And then I will... Alright, I'm good for now. That's good.
Okay.
All done.
Awesome. Cora.
Okay. The one that had Meridian is still injured, right?
Yes, they're both injured.
Good. So I'm going to toll the dead on him.
The one that had Meridian is actually bloodied.
Good. So, let's roll a saving throw. 11.
Well done.
And then I'm also going to hit it with the spiritual weapon.
Go for it. Yeah, that'll hit.
15.
Nice.
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad. Well done.
Come on, cut it.
Redemption.
Yeah.
Should I hit it?
Yes. Do what you do best, Cud.
Ah! And he suddenly starts raging out, and he just turns red and starts slamming at it with the axe. Go ahead and roll with advantage, Maddie.
Okay. Advantage. That is a 2 and a 15.
Yeah, thank goodness he raged out. So he's going to hit, and he cuts this thing almost a third of the way through. Oops, that's Cud, actually. Sorry. In fact, he finishes it off.
Nice.
And then he looks at Satina and says, "That's how you do it.
Yes, it
But
is.
good try, little one." And he pats you on the head.
Spirit.
She takes it, but looks really upset about it.
Yeah, she should do. It's a little bit patronizing,
A
honestly.
little bit.
All right. The one in the air struggles. Joe, do you want to roll for the green fellow? And Emma, would you like to roll for Flyboy?
Yeah.
Okay, so he is still stuck. Satina, your turn.
Hey. Well, luckily, I can move and still be in range with stuff. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to move some feet back. The one in the air, are they back down yet? Or are they still in the air?
The demon seems to be flying straight up in the air.
Okay. About how far up do you say they are?
Well, currently they're 30 feet off the ground, so from your distance, it's where the demon is technically above the mound. So your distance here is 30. It's about 30. So it's about 1.5. So it's about 45 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm going to shoot 3 magic missiles at the thing.
Okay.
Pew, pew. Okay, right there. I just missed it. So that's 10 points of damage.
Pew, pew, pew.
Of force damage.
Yeah. You all see these 3 little darts go flying into the air. Anything else? Very nice.
I'm going to take the rest of my movement to go beside Dallin.
Okay. Cool. Love what you did to your hair. Aegeus. Yeah, I guess he'll shoot some. No, he'll actually keep ordering this thing to keep flying. So it'll go up another 60 feet straight up in the air. Hrimfaxi? So they're now 90 feet off the ground. So I don't know if Hrimfaxi
He
can
can.
do much other than fly and dash, maybe.
Nah, he's just gonna stay there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dallin?
I can.
You might be able to hit something with range.
Nope. I only have
Okay.
a bonfire left, so.
Okay. All right. Meridian, did you want to try anything?
So they're about 90 feet in the air?
Mm-hmm. And still going.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sit back and watch. Under this tree.
Is that with the popcorn?
Yeah. Waiting for the splat.
Very good. Cora?
I mean,
It's like it's starting to look pretty obvious what Aegeus has got in mind.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same as Meridian. Sit down with my popcorn and just watch the show.
I love fireworks. Cud. Cud also starts chewing his namesake.
Like, I think he starts picking up bits of moss.
Yeah, yeah, he's literally just pulling some leaves off and jamming them in his mouth. And then this one, go ahead, Emma, and see if he can break free. And Henrietta, you can roll the oppose.
Big roll. Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah. Satina, anything else you want to do?
No.
All right. Another 60 feet higher. And this continues until they get hundreds of feet up in the air. And every time this thing tries to struggle and break free, it just doesn't work. Let's have each of you roll 5d6.
Oh my.
boy. We're blasting off again.
Nice. So that is 72 points. And this thing lands and hits the ground with a gigantic splat.
Oh, does it go everywhere?
It goes everywhere.
Oh,
Cora gets up and goes, yeah!
that was satisfying.
Aegeus does a fist pump and goes, I love it when a plan comes together. And then he looks up and he says, oh, fuck. And you watch in horror as this thing flies off towards the coastline and disappears.
Shit.
Oh gosh. You couldn't put it back?
I was trying to give it orders to go back, but that's when it decided to break free of my control.
Oh, there's worse evils in the world.
Truer words were never spoken. I know we're a little bit late, but why don't we all take a little 5-minute break and we can pick up from there.
See you in
All
a
right.
bit.
Okay, bye. Okay, good. Well done. So you've got 2 gigantic blobs of green stuff. One has a splat radius of 20 feet. You've apparently let loose some elemental level evil onto the plane of the material plane and the planet of Toril. And Aegeus is thinking, maybe that combat didn't quite go the way I planned.
I think.
You think?
Well, I mean, nobody's perfect.
True that.
Anyway, how are you feeling, Meridian?
Thanks to Cora, not bad. I mean, bad, but not bad.
So, shall we get moving?
Yes, please.
I think that would be a very good idea before any more of those creatures come out of the lake.
Yes. Apparently, they're quite popular as guardians of black dragon hordes.
That would explain a lot.
Yeah.
I ran into them the first time.
Well, the presence of a black dragon can distort the local area. Well, any dragon really can distort its local area, and black dragons tend to lead to all kinds of bizarre twists of nature. Anyway, all right. Well, anybody remember where we parked?
What is parking?
I don't know. I always thought parking was doing something in a park, but apparently it's a verb. So I'm very confused.
What's a verb?
And
A
he
verb,
looks at,
an action word.
and he looks at Cora and says, "It's the 15th century. We do have grammar, you know."
Yeah, I used to have a
It just
grandma.
wasn't
Got
like-
wiped out by an entity.
Both bad pun and dark.
Yeah. That's me.
Well done. Okay, so you guys start trudging your way through the jungle. Cud and Hrimfaxi and Satina and Aegeus using their magic or their brawn, and of course the rest of you as well. Does anybody else do anything specific to help alleviate the burden, or does anybody want to take up a particular role?
I can cast the Tensor Sloden Disc.
Yep, that's what I assumed you were doing that. That's what I meant with the Aegeus
Word.
and Satina.
I'll post
Word.
it.
Yeah. I swear to God, I haven't heard anybody use Word before you since like the 80s.
It's just fun to say.
It is fun to say. It's we'll have to cover that on a later episode. Okay, so yeah, you've got the discs. You've got piles of meat on the discs. You've got a nightmare that is, an ancient fiendish creature being relegated to draft horse, and he is protesting mightily.
Not very happy.
No. Cud is also, dragging chunks of meat through the jungle, mumbling something about becoming bait.
We'll make you tea when we get there.
No, you keep going on about this tea. Stop teasing me.
Teasing.
Exactly. And yes, after hours and hours of trudging, you do manage to find your way back. Cud actually tells you, you do know that one of our great powers is that we never get lost going back over some path we've already taken.
That's impressive.
That's true.
I guess you are a Minotaur.
Yeah.
And he puffs up his chest, sticks out his muscles, and goes, why, thank you.
For a creature so big, Cud is remarkably cute.
And you arrive back at the coast. Can y'all see?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm starting to throw in the y'alls, Maddie's pernicious influence.
What?
Is it a Texas thing, or is it a Southern American thing, or is it?
It's a Southern thing.
It's a Southern thing.
Here too.
And while I'm below the Mason-Dixon line, Virginia is not really considered Southern, except by Virginianers. Because we were Confederate, but we're not considered Southern. We're not South enough.
Right.
But we say y'all.
You say it real good too.
Thank you. And the best thing about the South, it doesn't pertain at all, but we use multiple of the apostrophe abbreviations things, like Yaldav.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it so much. I was thinking about it the other day.
My ears are bleeding.
I don't understand.
I got you, Maddie.
You all would have.
Oh, right, okay. Jesus.
Go ahead and spell it for this. Yeah, you might as well spell it at this stage.
Okay, I'll put it in the.
The state of American. Oh my God!
Wow.
now both my ears and my eyes are bleeding. Yes, you arrive back at the beach with your bevy of meats and organs, your piles of treasure. You see the boat where you left it pretty much, and Clarissa at the prow staring out with great anticipation for what adventures may lie before her. And of course, Zagig in the back, trying to maintain as much physical distance between him and your bloodthirsty temporary companion. And as he sees you all, he waves and says, "Oh, you've returned! Oh, I'm so grateful. Oh, I don't mean to impose, but it's been quite some time since I've eaten. You wouldn't happen to have any of those little fruits, would you?"
Do they have a duration on them? Because if not, I have one left.
24 hours.
I have one left.
That's all he needs.
I have 2. You can get really full.
He grabs all 3 and he starts shoving them in his mouth.
Oh, he's gonna get real full.
I can make more tomorrow.
And he starts singing a song. G is for Goodberry. It's good enough for me.
Okay.
C is for cookies.
No copyright infringement there. That falls under the legal use of parody.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. For those of you who didn't know, Sesame Street.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are just about ready. Aegeus goes, "Ooh, we've kind of got a space problem. We'll just shove all the meat in the hold. And amongst all of you over the next few hours, presumably you start stuffing stuff in the hold and leaving enough space on deck for you all to sit. Now, you are exposed to the weather, but Aegeus assures you that it's only going to take about a day and a half, assuming the winds are with us. Does anybody protest? Anybody want to do anything before you guys set off?
No.
Nope.
I can turn into a frog for about 4 hours to make more room.
And then what happens when you turn back into a humanoid?
Well, then
Suddenly everybody just gets squeezed out of the way, like...
I love how we
Get a long rest while we're sailing.
You can try to get a long rest, yeah. It depends on whether or not you have any encounters. But yes, technically you could sleep on the boat. It's not really comfortable. But yeah, it's definitely possible.
I was just thinking I might offer Clarissa an arm for a moment or two before a long rest so that I can recover from it as soon as she's done it.
Promise
You haven't
her.
even finished, and she starts biting and starts sucking blood out.
She was about it.
I suppose we did promise her.
Yeah.
You even notice that your arm seems to be actually diminishing in diameter relative to the other one. And then she looks up, blood dripping down her chin, and says, "Well, he's not the only one who hasn't fed."
Well, that's enough from me.
And she wipes her mouth with the back of her hand. A brief moment of coarseness in her repertoire of otherwise very dainty movements. That'll get me to probably lunch tomorrow. What about you, big fella? And Cud just looks at all of you and shakes his head very, very vehemently backwards and forwards. No. We ready to go? Anything else anybody needs to do? If you need to go to the bathroom, go now. We're not turning back.
a question: if I turn into an animal and Clarissa feeds on the animal, and I turn back, do I still get the debuff?
You would not, since those would be those hit points, but Clarissa will tell you she's not into animal blood.
Picky. Just picky. Fine.
You've already made him a vegetarian. Now what are you trying to make me?
I didn't.
Well, I don't mean you specifically, dear. And she runs a finger down your cheek. Look, I'm happy the way I am. Don't try to change me. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. And she whips her hair back.
Now there's a getting the hair in my mouth.
Back and forth, she moved her hair back and forth.
I always wanted to get bangs and extensions just so I could do that once in my life.
Yeah.
You should.
Totally. I could totally rock it, right?
Absolutely.
Get a mullet.
I think you should go to the hairdresser straight away, get some extensions, and whip your hair back and forth.
I did dress up as a woman once for a Halloween party, and I really
Picture?
apparently everybody thought I was really funny. Not sure what that really means in life, but anyway. Okay, so as you guys start sailing off, anybody want to sing any sea shanties?
What's the one? How's the one go?
Huh?
There is one. I don't remember.
That's
what it
the
is, though.
Wellerman, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, that's it. That's the Wellerman.
So many
I have
Wellermen
one of
come to bring you
Breakfast, sugar and tea and rum.
something like that.
I used to buy the. I used
I
to
don't
buy
know.
the sale. I used to buy the just.
Very nice. Everybody roll perception.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
okay. For reception, it's the first P.
it's the first B.
What?
Well, because I kept hitting like performance or persuasion. It's the
Oh,
first
like
P.
crit.
Nice.
All right.
Ooh, good stuff.
Yeah, so everybody but Dallin, whilst Aegeus is manning the tiller and facing out, trying to guide the boat, and the rest of you are basically on the oars pulling, although, of course, Cut is doing a lot of the work. The three of you notice something out of the corner of your eye, and you look back on shore, and you see this waving at you, and you see he's waving with one bony hand, and in his other hand he's holding up a giant dragon skull, and he's playing with it like the jaw is is part of a puppet that he's using to mimic words towards you. But of course you can't hear anything over the sound of the surf.
Satina's gonna wave back.
Can we mouth read?
I was going to say, can you lip read? No, because he's got no lips. Yeah, go for it. What are you trying to... Perception. You can do a perception check.
Okay.
And as you're waving, Satina, let's see. Henrietta, would you like to roll a perception check for Aegeus to see if he notices you waving?
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Oh my god.
he goes,
I told you.
What are you waving at? And he starts to turn around to look over his shoulder back at the shore.
The island.
I don't know what they were waving at.
I think that's a deception, isn't it?
That's pretty weak sauce. Roll for deception with disadvantage.
You should always give thanks to where you've been. Deception. Oh, let me turn on my disadvantage.
I don't know why they call it deception. In our game, it really should be bullshittery.
Yeah.
It should be.
Oh, forever known by that name. we need to just change it for our game. That's
Roll for
Roll
bullshittery.
bullshit.
bullshittery. I
And
love that word.
he doesn't fall for it. He turns around, but just as he does, Real disappears. Cora, you managed to catch what he was signaling, and you believe he said something about, y'all come back soon now, you hear?
Yaldiv. How do you use Yaldiv in a sentence?
I can't do it. I can't do it. There are only so many limits to my role playing and play acting and improv.
That's why I love like role playing like Southern NPCs because it's like I could just bullshit it. I could say anything and it'd probably mean something in Southern.
I mean, I can do a foghorn leghorn pretty well, but at some point there's some level of trailer parkness that I'm never going to be able to manage.
Trailer park is hard.
Trailer park is hard.
I can do a pigeon.
What?
I guess that's useful.
That's so random. What?
It's like
It seemed relevant at the time.
that's like a Steve Carroll, Ron Burgundy, I love lamp moment. Like,
It seemed appropriate at the time. Okay.
it's like, just want to be part of the conversation.
Yeah.
You're pigeon. Okay.
All right.
Just as we.
I think you should prove that. I think you should prove that you can do pigeon.
I'm smiling too hard now. Hold on. Let me get real close to my mic. Wait.
Sorry. Before. Oh, you mean like a real fucking pigeon?
Wow. Yeah, she means like a real fucking pigeon.
I thought you were
Awesome.
talking, I thought it was like slang for like pigeon English or something. I don't know.
No,
It's like,
no, it's just straight up pigeon.
oh, that's good.
Thanks.
Very good. Well done. That's my pigeon. Anyway, well done. Good. So you're on the high seas.
Yeah, I just wanted to do one thing when we left the shore. I
Oh,
want
yes,
to
sorry.
start casting water breathing ritually, just in case.
Oh,
nice.
Excellent. Well
Good
done.
foresight.
So you
Yes.
got 4.
24 hours.
Clarissa, Cud, Aegeus, and Hrimsa. Yeah, that's perfect. You've got 8 exactly.
So it's up to 10 creatures, so it should be okay.
Great. Yes, so
Just
everybody can now
in
breathe water for
case.
24 hours.
Never know.
It takes advantage of it by hanging off the edge of the prow once you get a bit of a sail going, and sticks his head underwater. and all you hear is, "Oh, I'm the king of the world."
I'm gonna do the same, but I'm not gonna yell. I'm gonna look for sharks. Do I see any sharks?
Ooh,
I want
you
to-
can roll. You can roll perception with advantage.
Okay.
That is, I don't know why you suddenly decided to do that.
You don't?
Well, I mean, I kind of do,
Yeah.
but I don't think I gave away. I don't think did I tell you something that you weren't supposed to know?
No, I don't think so. I'm looking for my own benefits.
She just got high insight.
I'll tell you something. In real life, Henrietta is like a fucking assassin when it comes to, predicting what I'm about to do. So, yeah,
It is inside your head.
she
She
literally,
does have that telepathic ability.
I do
she's
now.
In real life.
she's seriously like that fucking Star Trek thing that they stick in your ear. And you spot
Is this the
this.
same guy?
Same guy? Or did we kill him? I can't remember.
You
Who's
did,
that?
well, you
did
think
kill
you
him.
might have killed him,
Yeah.
and he seems to
Oh,
be
Jesus.
he seems to be following underneath your ship.
I'm just gonna take my head over the water and see. We're being followed. Shark guy. What do we call him? Shark dude? No. The bounty
He had a
hunter.
name.
Yeah, he did. I don't remember.
Oh, hold on.
It's like he had a name.
He had
He did. That
was
was
a
one
bu-
of my.
He was a
That was
bounty
They
right
hunter.
all-
after I got out.
They all have names. They're all real people in my mind.
I'm just gonna put my head under water and yell, I see you! And Ellie's not here anymore. He was after Ellie, wasn't he? Yeah, he was.
Yeah, in theory he was after Ellie, but you never know.
No.
Dallin
Uh,
accidentally gives the wrong hand movement. We roll initiative. Those are in my notes.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
that's great.
yes.
Do I see any real sharks though?
Are Mokos? Is that it? I don't know what that is.
Oh, Aramikos?
Oh, that. Never mind. That's not what it is.
You know what Aramikos is?
It's a place, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, well done. Joe knows a little bit about it, I think. Really,
God, you're
Joe?
asking me on a Friday night.
Oh, come on.
Had too many wine bottles.
Too many
And you think you're going to hang out with Maddie in New Orleans? Jesus. All right. Hint, Underdark.
Ooh.
It's
Remember-
where Portobello
That
was from.
capital one?
Yes. Henrietta, well done. But Joe really should have
Henrietta.
remembered because she spent a long time with the other group and they had to deal with this for a while. It's okay, Joe. I still love you.
Thanks.
Yes, it's where the mushroom people are from.
Mm.
It's their big, great collective. We speak with one mind until we don't. Everybody, you notice fog on the horizon. And although the wind is coming from you've basically got the sails near to full because the wind is coming down from essentially the north, which would be the top of the screen. The fog that you see seems to be coming toward you at a 90-degree angle from the port side of your vessel, which is left.
Thanks. That you told me that.
For the not so nautically inclined. And you spot a vessel breaking through the fog.
Is there a way to signal that, like, we're just passing?
Aegea says, I guess I could shoot a lightning bolt at them.
That's probably not the best way to go about it.
Come on, Aegis, you're not stupid.
No, actually, I'm quite intelligent. I mean, why do you think that they're approaching us? Don't you think they're about to attack?
Maybe.
Roll
but we don't know.
initiative!
No!
I don't want to!
I don't have no spell slots for this.
No, neither do I.
So, he says, I don't know why I just said that. It just came to me.
Prepare
Right.
for battle.
Wall casually.
Does anybody want to do anything?
Do we see any markings on the boat?
Ooh.
Excellent question. You see, let's roll perception. Anybody who is an elf can have advantage.
Why did I?
Well, you're already proficient, but you can have advantage. But if you're not an elf, then you just normal perception.
We all rolling perception?
Yeah, all of you.
Okay.
Because presumably you're all looking at it now.
Yeah.
Unless somebody deliberately wants to role play and not look at it, in which case I'll give them inspiration for doing something stupid but funny. Oh, look, the pretty fishes.
I'm sleeping.
Okay. You get your inspiration back.
Yeah.
No, you rolled. You said you're sleeping because you rolled
I
a
was
4.
kidding.
That's cheating. That's cheating. All right. You
Who is this
spot
from?
this guy at the prow and a number of sailors, but you also spot some men who seem to be possibly wearing armor. And they seem to be wearing, they seem to have black clothing covering some of the armor. Did you guys see the image of the armored fellow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we recognize the armor clothing?
You might. I mean, some of you have actually seen that armor before, like actually seen it.
Can I do a history check?
You really shouldn't have to, Joe.
I know it shouldn't.
All right, you can all do a history check.
Word.
I'm
History.
Oh my god.
History is my jam, but I still got a 15.
I'm still thinking about the shark.
So,
Pump it up.
so Cora, you're going to have some recollection that you may have run into these people around Neverwinter.
This is Zentarum.
Aegea says, "Bless you." Was that not a sneeze?
No.
Please elaborate.
This is one of Lord Vadar's ships.
Does he not like us? Is there?
Sorry, Lord Vidar.
I was,
Yes,
I was
Thank you.
thinking of
Sorry,
Darth Vader.
Vidar, not
Sorry.
Vader.
Sorry, I've got to take a phone call. I think it's somebody from Disney's legal team.
Yeah. Darth Vader.
They're on top of it.
They really are.
So Lord Vidar is the very dubious character who we haven't quite sussed out yet. But he's the leader of the is it the Zentarum? Is that how you pronounce it? Zentarum?
Yeah, I usually say Zentarum, but apparently it's supposed to be Zentarum.
Ah, okay.
I don't know. A little potato in my book, but
Which is an army that was supposed to be helping protect Neverwinter from the Orc invasion. But it was suspiciously absent whenever an invasion took place when I was there. And Lord Vidar would come along right at the very end and take all the credit. But the interesting thing we found out about him was that 5 years prior, when he sort of took over, there is no mention of him anywhere. We don't know where he came from prior to 5 years. I think it was 5 years ago.
Well done.
So he seems to have appeared out of nowhere. See, some things I remember, not a problem. And other things I'm like, I should know that. I should
Well
know
done,
that,
Joe.
but I've no clue.
You just need something to jog your memory.
Yeah, I think some things just stick in my head and some things don't. No rhyme, no reason.
Yes, so that's a very good synopsis. Now there is one crucial twist to this that you didn't mention. I don't know if you forgot or if you just were trying to recall all the details at the same time.
Well, Lord Vidar did put us in prison at one point.
Yes, well there is that.
That was the whole blowing up of the book scenario.
Right, when you accidentally killed Lord Neverember.
Yeah, yeah. The Lord Neverember is the Lord of Neverwinter, and we were trying to help him. It was a book that Mortos had, and it was a Draconic book, and I could speak Draconic, so she wanted it translated. He wanted it translated.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in Lord Neverember's tent in Neverwinter, and as I opened the book to read it, it blew up and killed us all.
Oh, that's why you have the book thing.
Nice.
Oh, that's one of the reasons.
yeah.
I've had another book explode. I wasn't holding that one, but I have genuine phobia of books, opening books. If they're open, I'm fine, but if they're closed, I'm not opening it.
Literally the case. Yep, well done. Now there
What
is
a
something
sad thing to be afraid of is books. Books are great.
Not if they keep blowing up on you.
Yeah.
This is not some political statement about books. It's or women with books specifically. It's if you're a wizard, you usually use Glyph of Warding to protect important books. That's canon. Anyway, there was something you forgot about the Zentrum, or forgot to mention, I should say. Do you remember what it is? They're not just an army. They're mercenaries.
Oh, right, yes. Yeah, and if they signed a contract with you to help you, they prided themselves on not going back on that contract.
Right. But they also are mercenaries. And they're
Yes.
famous for being rigid about contracts and the law, but not so rigid about the morality of who they work for or why they're being employed.
Yeah.
Very good. You hear bugles and shouting as the ship starts to bear down on you. You may start to take evasive action or attempt to parlay or slow down or try to speed up to try to evade or otherwise engage in the other ship. And you guys should definitely think about what you want to do. You'll have a few rounds before they catch up to you on this intercept course. But we'll do all that next week. And of course, Joe, you won't be here.
I won't. So be careful, guys. These guys are... Be careful. Yeah, be careful. You want to know how many you're going up against. If you go up against them. You might not want to.
Maybe we
That's
can
all.
talk our way out of it.
It might be... I would say diplomacy is probably the way to go to start with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that you'll get anywhere with that, but
You can try.
you can try.
Yeah,
I'm going to miss this next week.
And if you do go the route of diplomacy, it does make sense for Cora to hide below decks since some of them may recognize Cora.
Yeah.
So, yep. Of course, if it all goes guns blazing, hell in a handbasket, you're.
I'll be there when they think they've killed everybody to revive everybody. I'll come back just in time at the beginning of next week to
I better double check if water breathing works after you've been incapacitated. Okay, cool.
Or even if you are incapacitated, as in if you've died and you're in the water, does that still work?
I will actually look that up because I'm not 100% certain, to be honest.
Hope so.
Well, enjoy next week, guys.
Thank you.
Should be fun.
I shall miss you.
Oh.
Yes. Enjoy your travels.
My travels are at the end of April. I have my best.
Oh, my bad.
My bestie coming up this weekend.
Still
that
enjoy
should be
your
fun.
travels.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
That's-
traveling to the theatre in town.
That's code for Joe is getting sloshed.
Hell yeah.
You have this vision of me getting drunk, and I really don't. I'm almost sincere, but not quite.
Hey, but best friends, they have an impact.
Oh, they do. She's a great one. She's a good one, my bestie. Bless her. And it's her birthday on Monday. She turns 50 4 months before me. So, of course, she's going to get the ribbing of her life.
Well, happy birthday, best wishes, and bon anniversaire to your friend. We shall miss you, Joe. I'll try to keep everybody from getting killed, and hopefully they don't finish everything so quickly that you miss the shopping session either.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't see that with who they've just met.
It depends on what they do.
Well, that's true. And how many's on the ship?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
All right.
enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. So we'll pick up next week, the three of you and myself, and we'll see what happens with the Zentrum.
Okay.
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 All right.
That was great.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.